I know we just made a video about Elon Musk, but I want to make another. You know what I noticed about Elon? And a part of me respects this about him, and another part of me, I'm going to tell you the truth, dislikes it. It's like I've learned in life that sometimes you have to do what's called a timeout. You got to just like a stop sign. You know what I mean? You know where you drive, you got the stop sign, got a red light. Okay. The thing with Elon is he's on what's called like a permanent green light. There are no stop signs. I think actually I have to ask this question to Andrea in Italy. You know, the strong AMC ape from Tuscany, Florence, Italy. He's the bodybuilder who's been helping the ape father with the workouts and stuff. But I got to ask, I'm pretty sure there's no red lights or stop signs in Italy because I remember when I was a kid, I was like 15 years old. I went to Italy. I went to Rome and I went to Florence. And I remember there was this guy, he was like on a scooter. I will never forget this as long as I live. And the guy was going like, I don't know, 90, 100 miles. He almost ran me over. I was screaming, "You mother effer!" I was screaming. He just like, and I remember asking someone who actually spoke English, they were Italian, but they spoke English. And I was just like, where's the damn red lights? Where's the stop signs? And they're like, no stop signs. In Italy, no red light, only green, constant, green, green, green. I'm like, really? That's the thing with Elon. He's always like trying to outdo himself. He's always trying to, you know, just constant acquisitions, constant new companies, constant new ideas. His brain doesn't shut down. It's like the friggin' Energizer Bunny. And you know what happens to people like that? They get in trouble. Okay, and it doesn't matter how rich you are. All right, he got very, very lucky in his life that he controls, and he has Tesla, he has SpaceX. I mean, honestly, he should just take a chill pill, relax. But now he wants to buy Twitter. Then he's starting the boring company. Then he's talking about all these new things, the Tesla robot. He was considering. I know he's got the Tesla phones that are going to be competing against Apple. The iPhone, and at one point he was thinking about creating, Tesla airplanes. That it's like the guy is like they're like, so hyper, and I think what happened was he didn't really think this whole Twitter acquisition out. And he winded up losing close to $70 billion. And I think that he panicked. I think he panicked. He sees that we're heading into, it's a major recession, inflation, higher interest rates, cost of living is going up, cost of everything is going up. And, I just think that he feels that we're heading into a market crash, Elon. And I think he panicked. This whole concept, oh, my lawyers, they said there are certain provisions where, Twitter didn't keep their word, the board of directors, all this stuff. It's all bullshit. In my opinion, it's alleged. I can't prove it. So I have to say the word alleged. Okay. But in my opinion, I think Elon just got way too ahead of himself. And if you're watching this video, Elon, listen, brother, you are so rich. You are so successful. It's okay to just take a little time out, brother. Like a little child that's got to go into the corner and take a little time out. Elon, go into the corner, make yourself like a friggin' tuna fish sandwich. Go get a shine box, shine your shoes, relax, calm down, bro. Okay. Go get a cream soda, salud, Jadani. You're too hyper. I think he might have some sort of a condition. I read it once. I'm not sure. Again, it's alleged. I don't know if it's autistic. I'm not sure. But he's got to calm down because, Trump did this, Donald. Okay. And I have the highest respect for Donald, right? Donald, everything, he had like the Midas touch in the 80s. Everything, building after building, success, 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 success. But then it started getting to his head, and then around the early 90s, he started going great. Like Donald just thought no matter what he would do, it would be a winner. The guy, buys the Taj Mahal. He spends like $1 billion on it, all from the junk bonds, high interest rate junk bonds. So people don't realize Donald Trump very rarely invests his own money. It's always, he's like the debt king. He even calls himself that. I'm the king of debt. He just puts tremendous, tremendous debts on property. but the Taj Mahal needed to make $1 million a day, just in interest, not even to lower the principal, just in interest payments, and ultimately it went bankrupt. That's it. It went bankrupt. I'm telling you all the facts. All his casinos went into bankruptcy. But what Donald did, which was genius, was he took the company public, Trump Entertainment Resorts, okay, remember the stock? And he basically raised like over $1 billion or more. He was able to basically get himself out of it. He dumped that debt onto the public. And that's what saved his ass, but wasn't the nicest thing to do. Kind of reversed the debt, took the debt off him and put it onto the public. But, Donald, listen, I have respect for Donald, but I don't like something about him. He's a very shrewd businessman. He's a very cruel person. And, he always looks after number one. He looks after Donald. Like I read a story where all these American workers, like these companies, they were construction companies, they all were bidding for contracts to build the Taj Mahal. Now, I don't know if you know too much about the construction industry, but the construction company has to lay out the money first for all the labor, for the parts. So in other words, once they complete the job, then they get paid. So they're, in essence, laying out all the money. So they're building that Taj Mahal, doing everything. And then at the end, when Donald got into financial trouble, he went to them, these companies, and he said to them, look, he goes, situation is this. I will give you 10% on the dollar of what I owe you. 10% on the dollar. And they were like, no, we'll just sue you. He goes, you could sue me, but just understand it'll take many, many years. And there's no guarantee that you're going to get the money. And ultimately, Donald was right. They sued him. It took years and years and years. They winded up in some cases, I'm not sure if they even got anything because he went into Chapter 11. He went into bankruptcy. So I'm not sure if they got it. Maybe some people got something, but if they did, it was pennies on the dollar. But the reason why that happened with Donald, J. Trump, is because he just kept going like a machine. He wouldn't stop. He bought the Plaza Hotel, which was a really bad investment. He admitted it himself. He overpaid hundreds and hundreds of millions on it. It was like a trophy asset. But once again, he was using debt. He bought the Trump Princess, the yacht. He had to get rid of that immediately. That was just like, you want to laugh, like he couldn't afford the insurance payment, okay, on the Trump. This is all documented. I'm not making none of this up, right? So you want to hear what a genius move that he did. He calls up the bank, right? That he had the loan with the Trump Princess. This is his mega yacht, okay? And he says, look, I'm going to give you a choice of A and B. A and B. You pay the insurance on the Trump Princess, he says, right, which I can't currently afford. They're like, we're not paying your insurance, the bank said. He goes, well, what happens by mistake? The boat sinks, okay? You're out $60 million, whatever you paid for it. You're out that money. They're like, we'll pay it. We'll pay when Donald was going through all those financial troubles in the 90s, he went to in the 90s. He went to the banks. He said, guess what? I owe you, how much money I owe you? Oh, you owe us billions. Okay. Well, you're going to give me more money. They're like, why would we give you more money if you owe us billions? Because you're going to keep me alive. That's why. Because it makes more sense for you to give me more money to keep me running than just to make me fail. Because all of these properties will go into bankruptcy and foreclosure and you'll get pennies on the dollar. They're like, we're going to give you more money.